welcome to my channel. So today we're gonna do a special video. We're gonna do the famous Catrina, which in Mexico it is a big representation of the Day of the Dead, El Día de los Muertos. I just wanted to put out there in parentheses that the Catrina, it's not a Halloween makeup tutorial. It's not a Halloween makeup. It has nothing to do with a Halloween makeup look. This is something else. This is the representation of the Day of the Dead in Mexico. And before starting this video, I just want to share some information that I learned a few weeks ago that my dad shared with me. Basically, the Catrina came into this world in 1910 by Jose Guadalupe Posada. Before, La Catrina wasn't called La Catrina, it was called Calavera Garbancera. In 1945, Diego Rivera changed the name by La Catrina as we know it today. So if you guys are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe. And let's get started with the transformation of La Catrina. So excited, so excited. I'm so excited. So the first thing I'm going to do is use the Master Prime by Face Studio from Maybelline. And I'm going to use a good amount just because we're going to use face paint and add so much product on the face. So now moving on to the glue stick, I'm going to do this just to really, let's say, put in place my eyebrows, because so they don't feel that thick at the moment we're gonna do the eyes of the Catrina. Now moving on with the foundation, I'm going to use the Maybelline Dream Radiant Liquid Foundation, and this is perfect for me because it is a lighter shade than my actual skin tone. So this is in the shade Vanilla number 5, and as you guys can see, I'm getting basically run out of it, but it was perfect for the Catrina. So now I'm just blending it in on my face and also until halfway of my neck. And to set the foundation, I'm going to use the Stay Matte Rimmel London powder, and I was going to only apply it on my eyebrows, but then I decided just to set a little bit the foundation. Now I'm going to use this white pencil from Wet n Wild. This was the first time I saw it and the first time, of course, using it, and I loved it so much. It is so creamy and easy to work with. So I'm definitely going to go and buy some more at the drugstore. So right now I'm just doing the shape of the eyes of the Catrina. I'm doing this with a white pencil because it is easier to erase if you make a mistake. Here you guys are gonna see, like, it definitely you guys can see a mistake that I did, but it's okay, and I will do that the same thing on the other side. Now with the black paint, I'm going to do the actual shape of the eyes of the Catrina. As you guys will see that I'm not gonna do exactly the shape from the white pencil, but that's okay. It's just to give you a guideline, or basically you can do the same shape as the white pencil, but that's basically however you are feeling at the moment. So basically just the white pencil for me was a guideline. Now I'm gonna go with Nikki Tutorials palette, and I'm gonna go with this color called Amsterdam, and I'm basically going to color inside the eyes of the Catrina. I forgot that this eyeshadow has like a purple or violet tone. I thought it was like a king blue, but that's okay, I'll fix it later. So basically I'm gonna do this on the inside of the eyes and also continue it on the other side. Now I'm going to use the BH Cosmetics palette. This one has 120 colors. I'm going to use this shade just to kind of even out the king blue that I want for the eyes. However, it wasn't really working, but it gave it a little bit of change. This palette, it's old. I think this one is definitely going out. So I'm really concentrating this color on the upper part of the eye of the Catrina. Now I'm gonna go with Tres Luce Beauty palette. This is called the I Am palette from Becky G makeup line, and I'm gonna use this black eyeshadow color. It's called Fuerte, and I'm basically going to concentrate this eyeshadow on my crease, and this is gonna make the eyes look more intense, but also giving more dimension, and not just like that blue on the entire circle of the Catrina, but also giving dimension on the crease and a little bit on the outside of the lids. Now with the same black and with a thin brush, I'm basically going to add some shadow and dimension to basically all around around the eyes. So this is just to give dimension, and also the eyes doesn't look that clean. Now we're going to be moving on to the white paint. This is a new paint for me. It's called Nazarro. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. It is the first time I saw it on Amazon, the first time I purchased it. And I was kind of nervous actually to buy the white paint, because sometimes it doesn't really cover your skin tone. It gives you, you still can see, sorry, you still can see the skin tone. So I was kind of nervous, but actually I really loved it. I really love this brand. So when I need another color of a face paint, I'm going to definitely buy this brand because I really loved it. If I can, I'll leave the link down below on the description box if you guys would like to purchase it. So after I finish with the face, I'm gonna go with the neck and then the chest. By the way, when I remove this face paint, when I went into the shower, it definitely melted with the water. It was so easy to remove. I loved it so much. Now I'm going back again around the eyes of the Catrina. I left this part of it kind of blank. I just left it and I thought I could finish it later. But then I thought, okay, maybe it's going to dry too much and it's going to look cracky or something. It's going to look kind of weird. So I decided to just do it right now before it dries completely. Now I'm moving on into the chest and the shoulders. I'm doing basically a second coat of this white face paint, and I definitely like better how it looks. So if you want, you can add 2 coats, or if you want even 3 coats, it's gonna look much better. But for me, 2 coats was fine for this Catrina. Now I'm going to use this blue paint and I'm gonna start making, I call it the petals of the eyes, and basically do the shape of the petals all around the eye of the Catrina. So here I'm going to start doing the designs of the Catrina. I'm going to start with my forehead. At the beginning, my hand was trembling, but then I don't know, I think my hand, I got used to it, and then it just flow with everything. So right now I'm just copying with the picture that I mentioned to you guys at the beginning. Now I'm gonna do these, I call them twirls. I don't know how you call it. I love doing these. It is so relaxing when I do this, and you guys see these twirls a lot on the Catrinas. Then on the bridge of my nose, I'm gonna add these dots. On the picture, she doesn't have them. I just wanted to add it because I felt it looked too empty, too white. So then after that, I'm gonna continue on my chin, and then the mouth, I will do it at the end. Then here with the black paint, I'm going to start doing the mouth of the Catrina. I'm going to start with the lips. I'm just making halfway, or basically painting my lips halfway, just going a little bit inside just to make the lips look deep, and then start doing the line of the mouth and doing the teeth. After finishing with the mouth and basically finishing the face, I'm gonna go with the chest. I'm doing this long drop just in the middle of my chest. Here when I was coloring this in, it really reminded me of the esophagus. I don't know if the person who did this, that was the point of this part of the middle of the chest, but it really reminded me of the esophagus. Just wanted to point that out there. And here again, I'm doing these dots at the sides of the, we're going to call it esophagus, just because I, again, felt it like it was kind of empty and wanted to add something, but very small. So I said, why not adding, again, some spots. And here I'm doing, again, these big twirls, but at the end of each twirl, I'm doing like these circles. So it makes the shape a little bit more interesting and different. So here basically I'm done with the middle of the chest and the neck, and I'm going to continue with the sides of the chest, and I'm doing these big twirls again with the circles on each side. And these designs and figures of this Catrina reminded me of the Talavera. The Talavera is a famous type of tiles of certain designs which are very famous and very traditional in Mexico. Especially you can see them on the traditional kitchens designs of Mexico. And the Talavera was introduced in the 16th century, and these Talaveras come from the states of Puebla and Tlaxcala. Here basically I'm just how you call it, go with the flow of the designs. I'm not copying here from the picture. I'm just feeling whatever I feel like I want to put on the rest of the body. Now I'm going again the eyeshadow Amsterdam from Nikki Tutorials palette, and I'm basically filling it in all the circles of the figures that we did on the Catrina. When I chose the blue face paint, I thought it wasn't like that king blue that I wanted, but now that I'm basically filling it in with the eyeshadow, it's making more sense. It makes that king blue that I wanted, and it gives more intensity to each shapes and figures of the Catrina. And here I almost forgot to put some falsies. I'm adding these falsies from Ardell. These are the Demi Wispies. You guys have seen them on the makeup tutorial. So I'm adding these on the eyes. Of course, you're not really going to see the falsies because the circle or the inside circle of the Catrina, it's kind of dark, but it gives you that dimensional shape of the eyes. Then here I decided that I wanted to make some shadow on the lines of the figures, not on all of them, but on some of them, just to make more intense some lines and some figures of the Catrina. And here I'm going again with the black eyeshadow from Tres Luce Beauty palette, and I'm just tapping this on the lips just to set the black face paint. And here I'm just adding some small gems on my chest, and also I'm gonna add them on my face. It's just gonna give that a little bit of touch of gems, or we can say glitter, but with not too much. I don't want it to have this Catrina too matte. Here I'm just adding the last gems on my face. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I hope you enjoyed this Catrina of 2021.